Yo, what it is? It's your boy 3CP, and we're back for week 6 NFL recap. What a week this was, man. We can go ahead and get right into it. Buccaneers and the Eagles. This was a game you expected Tom Brady to come out here and do what he wanted to do to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, he looks good at times, then at times he just looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. He just making bad throws. But the Eagles wasn't going to win this, but they fought and made it closer than they looked like it. Like 28-22, they almost had a chance to come back and try to win this game, but really in reality, the Buccaneers had control of this game most of the time. But nothing much else to say about it. Dolphins and the Jaguars. The Jaguars finally get a win, and I've been saying that Trevor Lawrence, if he had some weapons and a better team, he might be a better quarterback. He might look better. We would win more games, because he just surrounded by a bunch of just bums. And the Dolphins looked better with Tua in the game, so we knew that was. They knew if we didn't have Tua in the game, they wasn't gonna probably win with Jacoby Brissett or whatever. But the Jaguars, still think Trevor Lawrence, he'd be good somewhere else. And I don't think the Jaguars and the Jets are just a place for you to go to just look terrible. So that's just what it is. Chiefs and the Washington football team. This is crazy because the Chiefs started out looking like they was going to end up losing, but even despite Pat Mahomes making some real wild throws, they still come out and win 31-13. The Washington football team's defense is not what we expected, and I don't see them doing anything and pretty much going to lock it up for the East for my Cowboys, but I'm more concerned about the Chiefs defense because the Chiefs defense, even though they held them to 13, they held the football team, which is good. The Chiefs defense going forward is still going to be a problem because they've been lacking in a lot of areas, and that nigga Sorensen is one of the worst safeties I ever seen in my life, and that guy has to go. But that one play with Pat Mahomes, he just threw the ball out of nowhere and just literally just threw it and threw the interception. That was like, I don't know what he was thinking on that play. That was a really bad mistake there, but I still got the Chiefs getting in the playoffs and everything. Don't write them like I told you about the Raiders and the Broncos. I told y'all they're gonna be going down, and we'll get to that in a minute. Rams and the Giants. What can you say? Danny Dimes. He's not throwing dimes. He's throwing picks. The Nick sucks. I'm telling y'all, he sucks, and y'all know he sucks. So the Rams just did have what they just had their way, and that's just what happens. I mean, you can't really say too much about it because he's just not a good quarterback at times. He's good sometimes, and sometimes he's not. I think the Giants, they'll probably stick with him because they stuck with Eli so long. You know what Eli did. He threw so many picks, but he did win a Super Bowl, 2 of them. But he was really bad for a lot of those years. But anyway, Texans and the Colts. Oh yeah, the Texans. The Texans just didn't look good at all. The Colts just had their way. 2-4 though. Still don't believe any of these. I don't think the Colts are going to be doing anything. I mean, they could make a late season run, but I don't see them doing much. But the guy Taylor was pretty good. And like I said, the Texans, I don't know who the hell plays for the Texans. I don't know who the hell's on their roster, but they just need to regroup and they just need to just fire everybody and just start over because they're just terrible right now. Moving on, Bengals and the Lions. There was no question. The Bengals are going to win this. Joe Burrow, I've already said it. I knew he's going to come back and be hot, and he is looking good. Cincinnati's won 7 straight games versus the Lions. Everybody's winning against the Lions. The Lions will get a win sometime down the season. I don't think they're going to go 19, 17, whatever. They'll win. They'll get a win at some point. Bears and the Packers. Oh, Aaron Rodgers said, I own you. Then they said, I still own you. Hey, that's what it is. The Bears just they couldn't stop him. And I know they got Justin Fields. They're going to take them. It's going to take the Bears about a year. If they're going to stick with Justin Fields, I think they're going to have to just go through this season, see what happens, go through the growing pains of losing some games, and then just next year he should be all right. And I don't know how great. I think I haven't seen much of Justin Fields. I don't get to watch them live, but I see what I see. He can make mistakes and he can play good at times. I think the Bears would be better off with him than Andy Dalton, but at this point in time, I mean, they are not out of the woodworks in the playoff thing. But at this point, if they're fighting for a wild card for sure. They're not fighting for a division spot right now. I mean, but it's still early. It's still early. The Packers could go down. I don't see the Packers going down any big skid and losing. So we'll see what happens. Chargers and the Ravens. Oh yeah, those overrated Chargers finally got what they was looking for. The Cowboys beat them, and now the Ravens just had their way. And Lamar Jackson didn't have a great game, but he had he still did what he did with his legs and everything. He still was able to come out and win this game, and I think that should move for. And he should be up for MVP again because of the way the he's playing now. Like Grant, I said they always talk about Lamar Jackson. Oh, he's a running back playing quarterback. He's a running back playing quarterback. Okay, what the hell is Josh Allen then? What the hell is Daniel Jones? What the hell was Michael Vick? I mean, Michael Vick started the pretty much the multiple quarterbacks. I mean, so how can this dude literally had one of his best passing games ever last year, and they still do not doubt this guy? Like, when are you're gonna learn? This is my second pick. I got three teams, favorite teams: Ravens, Chiefs, Cowboys. I've been a Ravens fan before they was the Cleveland Browns. When they was the Cleveland Browns, I was a fan because for some reason, I just liked Vinny Testaverde because I played with him in a game of Madden on Sega Genesis, and I became interested in the Cleveland Browns, and then they changed and became the Ravens, and that's when Ray Lewis and I that was around still, and the rest is history, and that's how I like the Ravens. So there's my second Super Bowl pick. It's not the Chiefs. Number 2 in the AFC is the Ravens, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Vikings and the Panthers. This is gonna be interesting because Kirk Cousins, he gets these games where they up and they just playing great. And then he might give you a game where they down. Kirk Cousins came out here and had his way, and Sam Darnold, they played competitively, but I believe both of these teams I don't think either of these teams are really fighting for playoff berths because I don't think the Panthers are going to make for it, especially with not McCaffrey. The Vikings could possibly do something, but I don't think their defense is better than it used to be. And the Cowboys are coming up next, so this will be a good test. We did beat them with Andy Dalton last year, so I don't see too much in the Vikings. I still believe Kirk Cousins is not the answer though. I think it's gonna be whatever happens with Cousins this year, they lose out in the season or they lose in the playoffs or something. I believe it's time to move on and let's go a different way. But let's go with the Cardinals and the Browns. The Cardinals are the best team in NFC right now because 6-0. They got 2 good receivers. They got 4 good receivers. And tight end, they got Ertz coming in now. Defense is playing good. Like the Cardinals are just scary, and they got Kyler Murray. Like, what more can you say? They just got what they want, and the Browns just injuries. They lost both of their running backs, I heard. And then Mayfield got hurt, and Odell Beckham's not doing much. I don't know. The Browns started off hot, and everybody thought they're gonna be with a Super Bowl pick. They was a game away from getting there, but it looks like it's not gonna be the case right now because they're right there fighting with the Ravens in that division with the Steelers too, and whoever the other team is. But yeah, we'll see what happens down the road. But the Browns did not look good and didn't look good for them. Raiders and the Broncos. These two teams, somebody had to win this game. I told y'all what's gonna happen. I know the Raiders looking great, 4-2, okay, but don't get too hyped up in them. They're gonna come back down to size. The Broncos are already about to slide. 3-3. I can probably see them going 3-10, 3-12 at the point before they win another game. So just look. Remember what I said. Both of these teams are these two teams are just in the way of the Chiefs right now because the Chiefs are at the bottom, but they're just in the way. They're not finna do anything. They're not gonna make the playoffs. Either of these teams are, and that's just what it is. Cowboys and the Patriots. Man, how can y'all not doubt Trayvon Diggs, another incident. I said this, and I'm gonna tell you how great in predictions I am. I said after they made that, I think it was a missed field goal or something, and I was like, I'm sitting, I'm watching like Diggs gonna have to get an interception for them to win this game or come back. And as soon as I said that, I look up and this dude is taking it for 6. And granted, yeah, they came back and threw the touchdown play. Now that touchdown play was not on Diggs. Diggs thought he had safety help, and Kazee was supposed to. He flew in like he's going to pick it, and he didn't. He just made a stupid play, and that's why you see Diggs kind of just gave up on the play because he knew that he pretty much let Diggs. He let Kazee get it because Diggs could have easily picked that. If you look back, go back and watch it. If Diggs jumps like the game last week he did this, I think one of them games where he just jumped and made the pick. He literally was there. He just put his hand because he gave up because he saw his safety come in to make the play, but the safety didn't, and that's how I think you see each other pointing like that's your play. I'll let you have it. But so that's what it is. But good thing we finally got the page. I wish this would have been Tom Brady. They was playing because we needed it. We still owe Brady revenge. We'll get them in the playoffs. We owe Patriots a beating from the last time they came down in Tyler. This was like Marion Barber was the running back. I remember last time the Patriots and the Cowboys played one of the times at home. This is the way we went up there to beat them this year. And then last year, before that, I'm talking about the one that I do remember was that one. That was a long time ago. But yeah, we couldn't want to lose no rookie quarterback. That's what it is, though. Moving on to the Steelers and the Seahawks. The Steelers have to win this game because you got Geno Smith, man. Come on now. You're not going to do much with Geno Smith. But the Steelers hang in there. They're back. They're coming back winning. They got to win the field goal in overtime. They did what they're supposed to do. I heard a rumor about Seahawks. Could the Seahawks be possibly calling Cam Newton in? And it makes kind of sense because Cam Newton could run that type of offense that they run. It makes sense though. So I don't know. Maybe you might have heard it first here, but that's what it is. We're gonna move on to the Bills and the Titans. What an exciting game! King Henry, man. Can we get some? Oh, Henry in the chats, man. This dude, Derrick Henry, is a monster. Derrick Henry just can't be stopped. The Bills are they legitimate team. Josh Allen, they had a thing, but they just Ryan Tannehill. I always say I'm not sold on him, but he just does enough to not lose games or just manage the game. He doesn't have to sit back and throw for 500 yards and just make plays. He just has to sit back and give the ball to his playmakers and let them do the work. That's literally what he does. He's like, he's in the perfect position, in the perfect offense to do this. And now, I wish Marcus Mariota, who's with the Raiders now, if he could have came back with this team, I think they would be real, real good, like with Marcus Mariota, because he's a little more mobile than Tannehill and everything, and but this offense works for him, and that's just how it is. And now we go in next week to see what's happening. Did your team win? Did everything go happen? Everybody had a great week this week. Shout out to Ghost, the Nick Ghost. He went to the game. He said so. I want to hear his thoughts on how it was live. Should have been a great game to watch. But that's what it is, man. We out of here again till next week. Peace.